and just being good to one another.
The people at the top collaborate, and the people that are at the bottom compete.
Find yourself, be happy, and good things will happen.
Justice for Taco Bell.
It was everywhere.
Which I've come close to freezing to death a couple times. That one's super pleasant.
What?
Are you serious?
It can't hurt walking around in life thinking that you're the man.
Yeah. You guys are doing a good thing here. This is very good.
I genuinely love this conversation.
I love the Motive Podcast.
Welcome back to the Motive Podcast. I'm your host, Leo Kosach. Alongside me is my co-host, Kyle Cohn. And joining us today, we got a very special guest, a commit for LaSalle baseball, and the starting quarterback for a fellow WCSD high school, Ruston, Mr. David McClain. Thanks for being here, David.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
100%. By the way, can I start? So you guys know each other, right? Like, you guys know each other for a minute? Kyle?
Yeah, we do. I met Kyle when we played middle school football together in 8th grade. Played for the St. Max team, and we've been tight ever since.
Okay, there you go. That was I feel like we've talked about that team a lot on this pod.
Because we had Chase and Pat on, so we talked about it a little bit there.
Okay.
Because they were both on the team. Chase had and Pat Maycheck for those listening.
Go listen to that podcast.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
Awesome episode.
Yeah, and like I'll probably mention it with Fenton and whatever. So
yeah,
it was
100%.
Yeah,
it's a highlight of my life, at least for me.
That team was fun, man. There's nothing like that team.
Yeah. Speaking of, like, how's your school year been? Senior year. We're living it up here.
Hasn't been bad, man. I mean, it's pretty easy. Like I want senior year to be. Nothing too bad right now. Hopefully, it stays on like a chill path, so I can really focus on football and some other things. But as long as school's going good, we're in a good place.
Schedule light.
Schedule's pretty light. Yeah.
Oh, my schedule's so light. My grandfather's like roasting me. He's like, dude, it's not supposed to. He's just phony about it. But yeah, my schedule's so light.
Yeah,
I got literally 4 actual classes.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 classes. Yeah. I think I'm out of there after 6th period.
Oh, that's
and it's awesome.
I don't have a late arrival or early dismissal, which that's the only negative.
Sucks. Yeah, that sucks.
That's whatever. Dude,
I hear people get into school and not to 3rd or 4th period, and they leave after 6th. I'm like, you're there for 2 hours.
What's the point?
Yeah, I can drop the name because she's been on the pod. Lauren Maxon. She's in my lunch because there's no one in our lunch. She has she gets here 4th period, has literally 2 classes and leaves. It's so stupid. It's there's stupid schedules like that. It's wild. It's wild. But yeah, whatever. Football. You guys are 5-0, correct?
Yeah, we are. We started off hot right now. So.
Starting off hot. Hey, you guys have been strong for a minute though. Let's not lie. Ruston football. It's been a good program. I'll admit it as a Westchester East student.
You've been starting since sophomore year, right?
Yep. Yeah. We've got a few guys starting since sophomore year. Just so much experience. So coming out this year hot was what we needed to do.
So you and Rosa are kind of head and head sophomore year start.
Yeah, pretty much. I think we both starting at the same time and have been going head to head for a few years.
Sweet. But yeah, 5-0. What, you guys beat Kennett?
Yeah, we just played Kennett on Friday.
Wasn't that kind of close, actually? I heard
it was
close.
I thought you guys smacked them.
Yeah, we won 38-3.
Oh,
but
just kidding.
What?
I thought someone said something after our game. They were like, okay, bad source of information. Max Preps was saying it was a close game or something like that.
I checked the same thing after the game, and it said the game was 20-20, and I was like, I think this is wrong because I swear we just won by 30-some points.
I think that's what it was, and then I was like, maybe it was a close game. I have no idea what kind it was. I thought they were bad, so that makes sense. 38-3.
Yeah, they do some weird stuff, but we took care of what we needed to. So
did you guys was that game delayed at all, or is it probably just another Max Preps game? It said you guys played them on Saturday.
It was definitely a Max Preps error because we played them Friday night.
Okay. Was that home?
It was at their place.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you guys play D West this Friday, right? I saw.
Yeah, we got D West this Friday. This is a game we got circled. They're loaded like always. Always a powerhouse team. Anybody from Downingtown can. They're just always one of those schools you want to beat so bad. So
this will drop on Wednesday. So this will be right before that game. So what are you guys looking to do over there? And what's the process this week? Looking to that circle game on the calendar.
Overall, just kind of keep doing what we've always done, but we're gonna need to execute to perfection, right? They got the size, they got the strength, they got the numbers. They're gonna come out with 100 kids on the sideline, and we're just gonna need to. Kind of do what we're built to do, run our offense the way everybody around knows we run our offense. We got, some wrinkles, some different things, but overall, use our experience to our advantage and, kind of take it from there.
Yeah, 100%. And that's home, right?
That's home, yeah. So
Okay.
it's our homecoming game, so it
Okay,
should be a
sick.
pretty packed house.
So this is Hoko week for Rustin.
It is. It's Hoko week.
There you go.
Big week.
Ours is in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, something like that.
Because
Yeah.
we play at
Oxford.
D East.
Or
Like
for
I'm
homecoming.
talking for this week.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Right, you guys got the other Downtown who
Yeah.
they're always good too. I
Yeah,
know they
yeah.
lost a lot, but
I don't think they're as strong this year, but after
Yeah.
the Coatesville game,
All right.
not as.
Well, let's just say
No, but,
Coatesville's kind of a bad matchup for us because they averaged probably about 280 on their O line.
yeah.
That
they're
was
huge.
dude. Because so I was on the sideline, like I was at Coatesville like the other night, and like I was talking with the guys and some of the guys on the sideline, and we're like, their QB isn't the strongest QB.
He's really not that good. Personally.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want
Who
to
is
say
it?
that.
Is it
Like, no
Ortega?
shade to him.
Well, no shade. He's alright, but I feel like he's probably the. Okay. Well, now I'm hating on him. I feel like he's the weakest part of their team just because they're pretty.
Who is
I
it?
don't think their QB is just.
Ortega, right?
Yeah, Ortega.
Yeah.
He's not the strong, but his protection is insane.
No, he doesn't get touched. But they also got like D1 receivers. Well, no, I don't want to say D1. They got a tight end that's got like all these offers, and they got some good receivers, and like I mean, all their passes like against us they were wide open. Like
That protection up front is just that's awesome, bro. He's what are they 6'6" across the line? Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
because what you
I
got
mean,
that
it's
kid
like-
Max Hiller out there.
Max
that kid's
Hiller,
good. Yeah,
4-star or whatever. He's tough, and then I mean the rest of their line's big and
they're all
good.
big. Yeah. They don't have to go both ways. They got the numbers to have different starters both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of D West, by the way, I saw their quarterback from last year starting at Old Dominion this year.
I saw that. I saw he had like some 60-yard touchdown run. And he
Where is
turned-
Old Dominion?
I
Little
think it's
Southern?
South.
Southern, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Is
South.
it like Virginia?
Dude, I have no idea. They're never good, to be honest. But I mean, he's starting at a
Yeah,
D1
it's
school. I mean,
Pretty
he's-
cool. True
Old
freshman.
Dominion.
That kid was so good last year.
Was he?
I remember seeing a throw that he had against Downtown East in the playoffs, and he put it in the back of the end zone. It was it was sick, dude.
Yeah,
It
because
was,
they ended up beating them in the
yeah,
playoffs.
they upset him. He's legit, man.
We actually made it a kind
it's
of.
in
Well, it wasn't a
Virginia.
game, but like we had some guys out when we played them last year and made it like it was only like okay, I'm gonna say only 28-0 when we could probably when you had everyone healthy, it would have been probably closer than that.
Right? Yeah. That's
Wasn't
playing
that-
D-West like that's not bad.
That sounds like embarrassing. Like but they were. I mean, they're pretty good. So
But yeah. And since we're on the school topic, like, I feel like hearing as a Ruston kid, tell me what you think about this. I feel like Ruston and East, I feel like we get along a little better than both of us against Henderson. I feel like Henderson is just like easy not to like.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We say that all the time. We're like, yeah, we really like us and East. We're rivals, but like we're that kind of friendly rival. You know, but when you talk about Henderson like that, no,
yeah, we don't-
Yeah.
no.
I think we just don't. It's just you guys are always good in sports, so that makes it like that
like a
competitive
respect.
rivalry,
Right,
Like,
yeah,
respect
yeah.
for you guys. Kind of annoying that you guys beat us.
It's
in a
like
lot
if
of
Henderson's
sports.
chirping and they're trash, it's like it's just
Yeah,
annoying.
like that's why like seeing them beat us in basketball last year was
Oh,
one of the
it's
most painful
oh,
things.
that was
Painful.
Like, dude, like
They-
this is so
What
annoying.
was that kid's name? That was a
Nelson, whatever,
Yeah.
freaking Lamasana, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah,
Freaking
yeah.
6'8" bull. He was good.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
They had another kid who was the guard.
Oh,
I know
now
you're talking-
Ralph.
It was like
whatever.
yeah.
And then
And then there was like Colin something. I just remember
I
some of the
forget his
game
name,
notes.
dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's
They
their
were so
point guard.
good.
They were good. Oh yeah, Connor Fleet. That's his name.
Yeah.
Fleet, yeah, Fleet.
I think
Fleet's
he's
quick.
I think he's still there. I think he's
I thought
a
he
senior.
graduated.
I think
I
he
don't know
graduated.
anymore. Okay.
He went somewhere. I forget where he went
Dude,
though.
we lost everybody for basketball.
Really?
We had so I think 13 guys on varsity. 10 of them were seniors.
Oh my god.
Let's
So we
talk
lost
about what you were
everybody.
saying before we started this. I think the Westchester sports scene is going into a 10-year ice age for the foreseeable future. It's literally just gonna like
After these next two like classes
prehistoric
graduate,
age. It's gonna be the meteor literally hitting Westchester. This dinosaurs dying, and then it's gonna be like the building back
the
up.
sports is gonna be so bad. In
Because it's like
WCSD.
okay, so what you guys said you had how many seniors for Ruston
I
football?
think we got 32 on the roster right
That's
now.
insane.
yeah.
So yeah, it's a crazy number.
So like you guys, like once that your class graduates, it's like and the class of 26 obviously can squeeze in there, but after that it's like, I mean obviously you still are gonna develop kids.
Right.
It's like we can't be like pick out a 6th grade and be like, oh he's gonna be insane. But
Right.
yeah,
It'll be interesting to see how they develop because I feel like both our classes at East and Henderson, or at East, Ruston, and Henderson, all got experience like real young playing, especially in
Yeah,
football.
right.
But like you just you're not seeing it as much because obviously we're we're juniors and seniors now, so it'll be interesting how those kids, they'll have to develop fast and with less experience.
I feel like the biggest thing that I see, like, at least for us, like our middle schoolers, like Fugit and all that, like none of them like play though, like club sports or like they're not really playing anything like competitive like right now. Like that's the biggest difference I feel like. If that makes sense. Like I feel like
No, it makes
I
sense.
feel like lacrosse wise, like you look at it like you can kind of project a guy like, oh, he's playing this club team, they're pretty good and this and that. Like probably same thing for baseball.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
he'll probably be good in high school even if he's like just okay now. Like, at least he's doing the right thing, like playing on a club team. But we don't even like have that. I feel like look at
I
so
mean,
you
I
get
don't
dude,
know.
there's like nobody. Looks at this is actually a pretty good goalie for lacrosse. But anyway,
Yeah, and we were talking about how Ruston no hockey team. That's
Yeah.
insane. That's like
sad,
honestly
man.
crazy. Yeah, it's sad for us at East because like again, another thing I mentioned so much on this podcast is like Westchester people, but like 2017-18, like 2018, Ruston, Henderson, and East ice hockey were like literally like the three high schools in the Westchester area school district rivals were the three best teams in like the state, like the east of like the eastern part of the state of Pennsylvania, which is like just insane. Like obviously you can't ask for something like that again. Like that's a once in a lifetime. Like having the three like high schools in a district being like the three best.
imagine if we were
teams.
one high school, like one hockey
Right.
Oh
team.
my god!
I feel like so many people are always like, imagine all the Westchester schools are combined.
Yeah.
I feel like Billy Kyle talked about that on the pod.
I feel like it's a common conversation. I don't know if this ever happens to you guys, but at Ruston, but I feel like it's a common conversation like Downtown's combined versus Westchester's combined. Like who wins and like all
I
these
got
different sports.
Westchester hands down.
I got Westchester.
I don't, for football, I don't know, but other sports.
They should do that. They should do like a pro ball all
like
star
a all-star game,
Downingtown.
Westchester versus Downingtown. I think would be awesome.
That'd be
Yeah,
so
that'd be
cool.
sick.
It'd be so
Screw
cool.
the Valor Bowl. Let's do that instead.
Yeah, but like, dude, that. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Because Ruston not having a hockey team, football. We were talking about how like. We just talked about how all the basketball kids graduated, all the baseball kids graduated. It's like,
Yeah,
we'll see.
Apparently,
We'll
all
see.
the hockey dudes I heard like across the Chestmont, like a lot of teams are down.
Oh yeah,
I heard.
no,
Yeah, the
it's
numbers
like
definitely down.
because we've been talking about it's like, is East hockey gonna be good this year? And it's like, yeah, we lost some people, but we're gonna be good because everyone else lost more people. Like
Yeah,
it's like
right.
it's that type of thing.
Yeah, we have like a good junior class, I think, right?
I think Downingtown will be our only struggle within the Chestmont for hockey.
Which one? Both.
I think both, but mainly D West.
Is
if I
Ryan
had to
Nichols
guess.
playing D East?
I'm not sure. Is he D East? Did
I
he
thought
go
he was
D
D
East?
East,
Yeah,
yeah.
well then I think he's playing. Yeah. So
Okay.
How's
maybe
Avon
we'll
Grove
be
looking?
D
I
East.
know they're always like a kind of like
Avon Grove was a surprise Chestmont team, at least from what I saw last year. They kind of came onto
We
the
couldn't
scene.
beat them last year.
I remember they beat us and it was
That was a very
loud
surprising.
game.
Like Avon Grove, like I remember talking about this on game day. Like Avon Grove, they've never been like historically a huge like hockey program,
Right.
but I think they got like a couple of the right guys, and obviously they were able to make their mark on the Chestmont last
Yeah,
year, which
they-
is hey,
I don't think
Good
we beat
for
them
them.
last year. We put in 3 times.
I don't think we did either.
I thought
And,
we tied and then lost twice.
but then that Unionville, which beat us in the Flyers Cup,
Oh, dude.
brutal loss. That's who we played Friday. Which
Do you know the story about that when we played on playoffs?
no.
So,
I don't
we
remember.
played Unionville in the playoffs. You would tell us story. You were there.
so was it round 1 or 2?
I think
forget.
we had a bye, so I think it was round 2.
Yeah, so like we got the East bye, and we beat Union. I think we did a mic'd up. We did a mic'd up for Chase Kuhn against Unionville.
Yeah.
And so we played Unionville during the season, and like we like hardly beat them, but we beat them. We're like, all right, that was a close one. We're just having a rough night,
Yeah.
whatever. And then Flyers Cup comes, like the playoffs. We earn the first round bye as we should, and then second game of the Flyers Cup playoffs, everyone's like I don't even know if a ton of people came out to that. So yeah, we lost Chestmonts to Avon Grove, and then we went to the bye in Flyers Cup, and I think we played Unionville. It was like 3-1 going into the third period. Then Unionville scored, made it 3-2 with like 8 minutes left. So we were getting a little scared, and then they buried one with, I think, like less than 2 minutes left. Made it 3-3, and we were crushed. And then they went down, insane playing, and buried one to make it 4-3 and won that game. So that was a rough one for the Westchester East hockey team.
Dude, I think one of our captains broke everything that he owned.
Every single thing that he owned was
So
broken.
bad.
Yeah, hockey, and like we talked off camera for a second there, like sports, the emotion behind it. I mean,
Environment makes it
everything.
all.
Yeah. So like over there at Ruston, like what's your mindset going into the game?
I'd say, going into a game, you got your whole day routine is a little different than the other days, but like by the time like noon, 1 o'clock hits, you're like, all right, like it's time to forget about school. It's time to hone in on, we got a job to do tonight. The energy in the school is like a little different, between like the teachers are fired up. You got teachers asking, like what's the strategy tonight? Who do they have? Who's playing? And it's just a different environment. Everybody's like more locked in throughout the day, and then the energy's so up.
100%.
It's awesome.
Yep. And St. Clair is still the coach, right?
Yeah, he's been the only head coach in Ruston history. I think 17 years, 18 years now.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, obviously he's been super successful over there.
Yeah, he's awesome. He mastered his craft. Like, he's got the identity of the hard nosed old school football program.
Stupid wing tee.
The wing tee with some wrinkles, and he masters it. Like there's not a guy who's he knows everything, man. He's a genius behind the scenes.
And he got I saw he got like honored at like the Eagles game last season for like some coaching award or something.
So last season he ended up winning. The Eagles do like a coach of the week from the area each week of the season, and he ended up winning coach of the week one week. And they had all the coach of the weeks from throughout the year come to the Eagles game. They nominated one coach of the year. This might have been sophomore year he did it. And he ended up winning coach of the year, and the stadium erupted. He had tons of people there he knew, and it was real cool for everybody.
Yeah. Getting off of current high school sports for a sec. So you grew up around here? You're a Westchester native your whole life?
Westchester native. I was born in Havertown, and when I was 3, moved over here.
Yeah. Where did you start sports around here? What age? And like we've been talking a lot of football, but baseball too. Obviously, you're committed to LaSalle, but when did you get into both of those sports?
Yeah, so I started baseball a lot earlier. I was probably like, I'd say 5-ish, 4 or 5 when I started playing. T-ball, coach pitch, all those things.
Yep.
And baseball was an every year thing. It started very early. Football probably came a little bit later. I think I was 3rd grade when I started playing football. That first year, I barely knew what I was doing. I think I was like a 3rd string guard on a team. And then fourth grade hit, and I was playing quarterback, and just stuck with me through there. But both those sports has stuck with me. I played basketball all through up until 8th grade, and then stopped in high school. But always played 3 sports, and loved them all.
I remember the good old T-ball days.
Oh man, there's nothing like it.
Baseball days, and dude, I played flag football one year because everyone finally I feel like there were like a ton of guys at Exon that were on a flag football team, Exon Elementary, and finally I did it. And I remember the one year I did it, it conflicted with my hockey practice. So I literally didn't I made obviously it's flag football. It's not who cares. So anyway, I made I made a deal with my coach. I'm like, all right, so I'm on a club hockey team. I can't make practice. It's literally the same time. They're like, all right, just come play game only. We don't care. So it's literally they'd be calling plays. They'd be butter knife, and I'd be like,
yo, what is that?
Go out and put my hands up. That is my strategy. It's so bad. But it's hilarious.
Flag football's funny. I ref flag football, and it's funny because you see the kids that barely know what they're doing yet, and then you get up to the other kids who are they're locked in, they're serious, they're fired up, and I'm like, jeez, man.
Yeah. Did you play LAFA?
Yeah, I played LAFA 3rd and 4th grade. I played LAFA. I played for Falco Falcons, and then I started St. Max in 5th grade.
There you go. So, and then middle school. So did you? I get them confused for no reason at all. So Pierce goes to Ruston?
Stetson goes to Ruston.
Stetson went to Ruston.
Yep.
So did you play baseball, football in middle school? Stetson football?
Yep. Yeah, I played 8th grade. We didn't have a team, or we had some flag team. I didn't play that. That's the year we played.
Yeah, that was
St. Max.
Yeah.
But 7th grade we played. I think we had 17 kids on the team. We ended up going undefeated. It was just.
Dude, I forget how it came to conversation. Didn't you guys have the most stacked team of all time?
We were loaded. We were loaded in 7th grade. We
barely
had
numbers. All the
numbers.
Kids went to private school and all that.
Yeah.
So
our basketball team.
Oh, yeah.
Our basketball team was loaded, top to bottom. And we were oh my gosh.
Yeah. So middle school baseball, was that only 7th and 8th?
Yeah, only 7th and 8th.
Okay. Same thing with football though,
No,
right?
all sports.
All
7th,
sports,
yeah.
yeah, 7th and 8th.
6th is
Yeah.
just like intramural stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
300-person basketball intramural
Yeah, dude,
practice.
our basketball intramural got crazy.
It was
I
literally,
never
it was
did
literally
though.
the entire grade. It was like, yep.
Yeah.
here's a
everybody
basketball.
went. Yeah.
I mean, once again, I wouldn't want to trade it for the world. Hey, great memories. And then so we're same grade. So COVID, 7th grade.
Yep.
How was it for you?
It was weird. Like, it was the same thing. I guess same thing for everybody. Like, you went home that day. You were all hype.
Oh yeah. Friday the 13th. How can you forget?
Friday the 13th.
March 13th.
March 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Dude, I actually didn't know that. It was Friday the 13th.
Yes.
How did I not know that?
It's like I never like I'm not superstitious. I mean, I'm superstitious about some things. I'm never superstitious about like Friday the 13th. Nothing bad has ever happened on
Right.
Friday the 13th. Knock knock. But
Except for that.
that was definitely a big Friday the 13th.
Crazy.
That is crazy to think about.
I remember we were at middle school like baseball tryouts or something, and our coach was like, "Yeah, you guys are gonna go home for the next 2 weeks," and we were all like laughing, like, "All right, like whatever." And then it's like,
It's insane how that moment literally like from that moment on, our lives have not been the same.
Never.
Hands down. Because like I have videos from in school that day, like
Yeah.
like early morning, like in our homeroom, like messing around. I have like a TikTok of like
Yeah.
stupid TikTok, and it's like looking back at that, it's like literally nothing since that exact moment has been the same. Because it's like have you seen the TikToks where it's like the it's like I don't know how they go, but it's like now I'm trying to think of it. It's like COVID was like a year ago, and now I'm like graduating or something. Like it's like
now
stuff
you're
like
like
that.
18 years old. And
Yeah.
it's like crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's wild.
I think that's a good divider between the point where it's like life moves slow and then life moves fast.
Right, because up until that point, it's like, all right, it's normal. But looking back, it's like, it's been like what, 5 years now, and it's
been a quick 5
flew.
years.
Yeah.
It's been a quick 5 years. It's been a crazy 5 years.
Like
Oh,
in
no
9
doubt.
months, we're gonna be
No doubt.
doing our caps and all that.
Right. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
dude. I had to do my senior pictures, like, cause I wasn't there on the picture day in like August where they came like with the caps and gown. So
Yeah.
I had to go, bro. I had to drive to like literally whatever the place Westchester East High for pictures is in the most jank ghetto. It's like, so I went up to like Norristown to like get this pictures.
What?
Yeah, that's so the organization they hired to come to East, they're like based in Norristown. So I had to drive like 25 minutes. It's like in this like back alleyway. There's like it's like this industrial town. The guy looking like freaking Matt from Wii Sports is taking my picture, and it was an interesting experience. But hey, we got some pictures. I look absolutely horrible. Please don't look at my 2025 graduating yearbook
Oh,
picture.
no, that yearbook's
It
gonna
is
be rough for
so-
you, dude.
Dude, it is brutal. Like me in a cap. I think I might just have to wear the backwards hat to graduation. Honestly,
You in a cap would not look good.
dude, I look horrible with a cap.
I feel like the longer your hair is, the better it looks in a cap.
Yeah,
don't know,
I look
just
like
me,
freaking Caillou or something. I don't even know.
Dude,
But
That's crazy.
yeah.
So yeah, kick us off with your baseball. When did you start getting serious about baseball?
I got one more question.
Oh, sorry, my
before we
bad.
move
All
on,
right, all right.
was it like, did you like enjoy COVID or did you like hate it?
I was so bored.
Yeah,
I mean, I
okay.
guess like
That's how I
the
was.
first week was like a little interesting because
Yeah.
everything was different, but then everything
the first
became
like
the same.
month was like interesting.
Yeah, it
It's
was like,
all right.
yeah,
The
what's
first-
happening?
I think the first month was fun because I played so much video games. Like, but it was like a fun video games. Like, dude, I could just play video games all day. And then eventually get bored of it. It's like, bro, this is the same routine every day. Video games get boring eventually.
After a month, I was so tapped. I remember like
Yeah.
end of April. That was like the middle of it, and I was like, dude,
Yeah,
this
I was
is
like,
so
this-
brutal.
this
Were
has
your
to end.
parents the type to be like, you can't hang out with your friends like until it's safe, or like were they like, I don't really care, you can do whatever you want?
They like midway to the end, they were like, yeah, like this is crazy. Like, let's go do it. But like at the beginning, everybody was just like confused on what was even happening.
No, exactly. At the beginning, it was like no one
Like,
knew. I mean,
what's going on?
We still don't 100% know.
No,
People are still
right.
debating this stuff to this
Yeah,
day. So it's
crazy.
like, yeah, I feel like a lot of people were in the same boat. I was like, yeah, I didn't see anyone for like a solid like that March and that month of April. But I feel like once it got like warm, it was like the middle
Yeah.
of May. It was like, all right, I gotta like to just go hang out with people.
Yeah, I think that's when we started hanging out. Once it got warm, it was like that. But like the first night it happened, I remember we hung out and we all just like we joked about the thing the whole time, and we were like,
yeah.
all right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. And like the next day hit, and we didn't see each other for like a month, and it was like, whoa.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you had like all like the once again, life has not been the same. Like all the
Yeah.
Zoom stuff, like
it's crazy.
just everything. But anyway,
Should have invested in the stock Zoom, honestly.
Right.
Rich
Oh,
man.
Oh, you'd be loaded.
a lot of people, or StreamYard. That's the
Someone
word.
out there did. Someone out there invested in Zoom, and they're a lucky guy right now.
Yes, for
Yeah.
real.
All right, Kyle.
But yeah, kick us off with your baseball career. You played club for a while, club baseball, what do you call it?
Yeah, so I played club mainly with it was MSI when I started Maple Zone, and then they got bought by someone, so we're Ascent now. That's where I kind of trained my whole high school career.
Where's that based out of?
It's like Garnet Valley area.
Yeah.
So right on there, but high school's been up and down. I think freshman year it was. I threw a ball and I think part of my elbow kind of it literally just chipped off. And my arm just blew up, and that was probably the craziest thing. So I ended up getting elbow surgery, but I wasn't back in time for the season. High school baseball's just been fun. Sophomore is probably the most memorable year. We made a run to states. We had a loaded roster. Last year, a little bit younger on the younger side, less experience, but hopefully we come back this year. But I'd say as far as where baseball started for me was I always played Eastside Little League as a kid. Those little travel teams that we are just thrown together with your boys. They were the best memories.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where it all began.
Because explain me. Did each Little League have an all-star travel team? Because I remember Exton, they were the Bandits.
Yeah. So I know Eastside Little League had an all-star team. West Side had an all-star team, and I guess just each town who had a Little League after that had one too.
Yeah. Yep.
And those tournaments were always something else in the summer. You're coming back from a long day, you're going to practice at 5 p.m. It's
Yeah. Where were the tourneys held?
They always changed. I know Westchester held them for 2 years. I was a part of it, but they were always different towns.
Okay.
And then as you got further, they kind of got further away.
Because I remember all the kids used to get Ripken and stuff like that.
Yeah, those are travel tournaments. I went to Ripken once. It's just fun, man. Seeing those stadiums are mimicked perfectly. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't think I realized that how it's basically a small Baltimore Orioles stadium, to the exact detail.
It's crazy.
It's cool.
They even got the Fenway Green Monster, and
Really?
it's real cool.
That's sick.
Been a catcher your whole baseball career?
Yeah, I've been a catcher the whole time. I started catching when I was real young in elementary school. I think I got my first catcher's mitt second grade, and I was like, oh, this is fun. And I just kind of stuck with it all the way through, and it's my favorite part.
I feel like you gotta be a different breed to play catcher to an extent. Because I just remembered I hated when you had rotate. When it was my turn to play catcher, I'm like, dude, honestly, I hope this kid just hits me with a bat and just gets me out of this game. I was just I did not I was.
What was it about it? Was it just the bending down the whole time? I feel like that'd get tiring.
That also, I was just at the same time, I was just scared. I was just oh, I don't want to get a ball just absolutely freaking yeeted, just destroyed right to my dome, even though you have all the
Especially
gear on.
with the young kid pitchers with absolutely no control.
Yeah, and then it's
going.
yeah, and then it's you lose the ball. It's oh, someone slides home, you lose the game. It's all on me. No, it's no, but yeah, I hated playing catcher, and I just remember when they would offer, it's most people didn't like playing catcher. There were there were a few that liked it, but so it was just natural for you.
It was just natural. I loved it. I don't know why I loved it, but I guess I love being in every play in the game, and it's just fun, man.
Yeah.
But same when I was little, not many others wanted to play catcher, but as I got older, you notice there was a lot more catchers around.
Okay. Yeah.
So I gotta ask. I'm curious. As a catcher, in high school, how does it work with pitchers throwing different pitches? Knowing is there the old fashioned signals that I'm thinking, or how does it work? I don't even know.
Yeah, so it's the simple old fashioned signals. I'm holding down a 1 for fastball, a 2 for your off speed pitch, but it has changed a little bit. Most of the time I'm calling the game, I'm working with my coach to call the game. Just last year we started with an earpiece, so I'm wearing an earpiece and my coach has a walkie-talkie.
Oh, sick.
I was just gonna mention that with the NFL mics now to in the helmets,
right?
That type of thing. I was gonna ask about that.
Yeah, so it's legal in high school baseball
crazy.
that I can have an earpiece in, but I don't think he bring to high school football obviously yet.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's new to the NFL though. What is it? It's just coach to the QB, right?
Yeah, I think it's coach to QB, and it like shuts off with like 15 seconds left on the play clock.
Okay.
And then I
Really?
think
I didn't even know that. It shuts off?
shuts off like it just shuts off, and I think the middle linebacker has one too, or you
Yeah.
designate someone on defense to have one.
Okay.
I think you're right on that. Yeah.
Yeah, Eagles pulled it out today. If you guys.
Oh yeah, it was a close game, right?
Yeah.
I saw Saquon had a day.
Saquon's a monster, man. He's just a freak of nature.
Miss
Hey,
him, dude.
Steelers. We're going to the Super Bowl, baby. Let's go Steelers.
You guys are undefeated, right? 3 now.
Yeah, we're on the field. I feel like we always start off like, dude, my whole childhood, like I'm a Steelers fan. My whole childhood, it's like Steelers have always been a good team. Can't complain. Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season. It's like I've had it pretty good.
You've
as a Steelers
never been
fan.
bad. You don't know what it feels like.
Yeah,
don't.
we've never been bad. Yes, like we've had our questionable seasons after losing the triple Bs, but and after seeing Antonio Brown going to freaking La La Land, but after that,
CTSPN.
CTSPN.
Crazy.
But yeah, I'll root for the Eagles. The Steelers play the Eagles December 15th at the Link. I might go.
Yeah, that's a game that's gonna be awesome. How'd you start becoming a Steelers fan?
My dad's from Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
So you
not.
got a reason.
I'm not like a.
Yeah, you got a good
bandwagon.
reason. You got
Yeah.
a good reason.
But yeah, is what you all Philly?
Oh, Philly, yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Are you a big Phillies guy?
Big Phillies guy.
How are you
They're-
feeling about that going in the playoffs and all of that?
I mean, I feel like they always all right, they're playing good baseball right now. Obviously, that they dry spell throughout the summer, but once they hit the playoffs, the energy in the city just
Yeah, I'm
goes
hyped.
crazy.
I want to.
Something about you guys. I feel like you always electrify the players.
It's something so different. Like once October hits, man, it's like not even comparable to an Eagles game. The energy inside. We went to one playoff game last year, and it was just unreal.
I've loved the last couple of years here. Like during October, it's just so fun. Like at the high school football games, like everyone's in the student section, like watching it.
Yeah.
Like so, if you watch our first, so we do these episodes with our boys, Striking Luck, like Aunt Icona and Jake Rivera. We do these like episodes, and like the one we did last year, we're gonna film one, and like I think we'll have to do it again. Make it a tradition. Watch a Phillies game to do it outside around the fire. We'll do it in a couple weeks.
You should.
But we watched like the Phillies versus Diamondbacks like game like 3.
I thought it was like game
on the
1 or
pod.
2. Yeah, it was early
It was
in
like
the
game
series.
2 maybe.
Awesome.
But yeah, we'll see what they can do. I saw the. Do you guys see the Savannah Bananas in Philly?
What last night?
Last
right?
night, I think.
Yeah.
Was it okay?
That was.
They're big now, right?
They
They're
sold out
huge.
the entire Citizens Bank Park, and I saw like a video they were singing like "Yellow" by Coldplay. Everyone had their lights out. I'm like, dude, I'd love to be there. It looks sick. Cause
Yeah, it's more like it's less about like the competition though, more about like
no, it's like
experience,
the
They
the
put on a
Harlem
show. Yeah, they, like,
Globetrotters
put
for
on a
baseball.
show. Yeah.
And but it's like it's cool. Like they have the point system where it's like if you catch it while doing a backflip, it's like you get
crazy.
3 points or something. It's like cool.
They're not. I think they pulled out Ryan Howard last night too.
Oh, yeah.
He got in that bat.
Hey, hop on the pod, Ryan Howard. I have reached out to your manager. I'm not lying. But yeah, dude, I want to get a pro athlete on here so bad. There's
You will.
someone. There's got to be someone.
There's gonna be someone.
I've
for
reached
sure.
out. Oh, what I was gonna say, Kyle, is if you're around or if I can get a cameraman, I want to go down for a playoff game. I saw shout out Jackson Ward. I saw him do this. Go down to Citizens Bank Park and interview people outside the stadium because you just get people
get
fired.
Oh, they'd be so fired up. You get different characters out there.
That would be an absolute blast.
Rumor is Saquon golfs around here, so maybe you go
He does.
stake
He
out a
does. I
golf
heard-
course, you'll be able to find him.
I'm just like I'm in the bushes of, like Chester Valley
so you
Golf
get-
Club with some
yeah.
binoculars.
I think you almost got a membership like Applebrook or whatever it's called.
That's
one of the
close.
nice ones
Yeah,
around.
I've seen like 3 people I know like meet him out on the course.
Yeah.
Like
Crazy.
dude,
I mean,
that'd
you
be
couldn't miss him.
sick.
You just see like the biggest legs of all time, like that's Saquon Barkley. You know?
Yeah,
Quadzilla.
Yeah, we'll see. I want to get someone on this pod. Obviously, it's like during the season, so it's like it's hard for them. But like even like a retired player, there's eventually
Like,
we'll get
if somehow
someone.
we got
someone.
Kelsey. Like
We'll get-
that'd be
Kelsey.
insane.
We'll get someone. Well, so there is a connection with Kelsey that like I kind of got. It's like very distant, but it's like it's all about having like an in with someone,
just
right?
a little bit.
So
you need
it's
a little
like
bit.
so this really tight like run club, shout out Club Havoc, that's run by like East alums that I go to every Saturday morning. Jason Kelsey's was it? Oh no, never mind, not Kelsey. Sorry, it was Landon Dickerson. Still,
He lives around here, yeah.
Landon Dickerson's wife bought a hoodie for like our run club only has like 150 followers on Instagram, but the guy Cole shout out Cole. He just made like Club Havoc merch, like these hoodies, and Landon Dickerson's wife DM'd and bought one.
Oh my god!
So it's like, hey, there you go.
There's an in.
It's kind of there.
It's getting there.
Kind of there.
You get in there.
One step closer to the whole roster.
Kelsey, you know.
Yeah, right.
I know. That's what I just want to get like one pro. Like I think I gotta reach out to like every single guy in like the union. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something like that.
Yeah.
It's like just all the third stringers, like whatever.
I feel like
yeah.
once you get one, like they'll start to trickle in because
right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it builds a little respect for what we do here.
absolutely.
I feel like.
And like obviously for that, it's like I'd travel to Philly, like 100%. If
Right.
an Eagles player wanted to film in Philly, I don't care, we'll go.
I'll be there.
Yeah. What was I gonna say, bro?
Once an episode, of course.
Gosh, I had something so good.
Bro's gonna talk about like some conspiracy theory. That's so good. The moon landing wasn't real. Like, all right.
I do not believe in that, by the way. All right, I'll just go off on another tangent, I guess. Speaking of like that, I went to the movies last night. I watched the movie Reagan. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's like this new biopic about Ronald Reagan. It was really well done. It was like really informative. Like I learned a good amount. It was like super good movie. Super good American movie.
That's cool.
Yeah, 100%. It was I highly suggest go.
Is it just like almost like a biographical movie? Like
it was just about his life, and they had like just like with his de-escalation of like the Cold War in Russia and like Gorbachev and like how he like responsible for like a lot of the armament. Is that the word?
Yeah, that's the word.
I
think I know what you're talking about. I forget the word though. That's not it.
De-armament. I think that's right.
History teachers are gonna love that movie in a couple years. It's gonna be all they play.
Yeah. It's gonna be like that National
Anything
Geographic.
to get out of teaching, dude. Anything
Oh,
to
they
teach.
love it. History teachers love it. They love movies.
Oh, yeah. I think we watch a movie in AP Gov. I had my first quiz Tuesday. Wish me luck. We'll see.
Yeah, you're failing that. No, I'm sorry.
You're not taking AP this year, right, Kyle?
Not AP Gov. No.
Yeah. Okay. So I won't be able to compare with you first period and hear
Nope.
Kyle Cohen's analysis on the.
Yeah, we both took AP last year. So you took any APs?
Yeah, I got stat and English this year. Last
Okay.
year I took AP Calc, and that class was pretty
bless
good.
you.
Yeah.
That class was different. Yeah.
This kid's struggling algebra 2 over here.
Oh, dude, it's brutal.
Yeah.
I'm bad at math.
I'm doing stat and lit as well. So
Stats not
not too
terrible.
bad.
It's not too bad. Yeah.
I look, he did really bad on the first test though, because I was making a histogram or whatever, and I messed up the intervals. I didn't read what it said. Took me extra 5-7 minutes to like erase and then redraw it.
Yeah.
And then I didn't finish the last page, and I got I didn't do great. That's all I gotta say. But
Yeah.
there's always the next test.
Yeah. Only go from here.
So how's the so what was the process behind the baseball commitment? Like walk us through that. Where was your mind at and picking the right home?
Yeah, it's a long process. Like for everybody going through it, I'm sure they say the same thing. Like the recruiting process is long, pretty unpredictable. But as far as LaSalle goes, I connected with the coach over the summer, and the guy was awesome. Like I talked to him on the phone on like a Saturday, and he was just like such a cool guy, such like a familiar feeling type of coach. Like seemed like a kind of a Philly guy. And I already was like a little biased because I really liked the Philly atmosphere and area to go to school. It's kind of like where some of my other options were. But then I got on campus to LaSalle with the coach, went on a visit, and it was awesome. Like, he wasn't one of those guys that just like bragging about this, bragging about that, but he was like a real honest guy. Talked about how the program's going to grow, and that's like the biggest thing you want to see. You want to see you're going to have an opportunity to compete, and it's going to grow, it's going to get better. But like I'd say the biggest selling point was that competitive aspect of Philadelphia. I feel like that's such a cool thing. Like you see it with the professional teams, you see it trickle down into the college level, but like that competitive edge was just like that was the selling point. That was like yeah, this is where I want to be.
Rocky.
For real. That's where it started.
Yeah, 100%. Is LaSalle like what is it like the big five for Philly? It's like Drexel, Temple, St. Joe's, LaSalle, Nova. I think those are like the
Penn.
five.
Penn.
Is Penn one of them?
Dude,
is
they
it
can
five? Is it the Big Five? Am I
it's-
right by saying five?
Yeah,
Or is
it's
it more?
idea.
It's the
I don't
five.
think Villanova's considered
I don't
Philly.
think the Villanova's considered. Are they?
That's the thing. That's the controversial one. Like
That's the
Villanova
argument.
is considered, but like people are like, oh, it's not Philly. But I know Philly's I know Villanova's one of them.
Really?
Yeah, it's definitely the Philly 5, but I know Villanova's like controversial.
Because Villanova, like, that's like Radnor. That's like
Yeah, they're not
rich
really
suburbs, not really Philly. You know what I mean?
Drexel, LaSalle, Penn, St. Oh, my bad. It's not. I think 3 of the 6 schools. Wait, what? Drexel, LaSalle, Penn, St. Joe's, and Temple
right.
are located in Philadelphia proper, and Villanova is in the mainline suburb. So it's
6
so
schools.
3 of the 6 schools, LaSalle, St. Joe's, and Nova, are Catholic, while Temple is the only public university in the Big 5. Bro, what? It's
But
just
they're
it's
talking about
telling us 6 schools, but it's only considering the Big 5.
That is weird. What?
So like it has Nova. It mentions Nova. Okay.
That's
But
weird.
It's called the 5.
It's like the Big 5 and like lists the 5 in
6
Philly and then plus Nova. It's like the Big 5 plus Nova.
And this one's
Yeah.
calling it the Big 5, and it has Nova as the 6th. So
I wonder who the other like borderline school is.
well,
Wait, I think it is. I think it's isn't that 6 with Nova? It's
yeah, it's saying 6
LaSalle,
with Nova.
6 with
Penn,
Nova.
Temple, Drexel,
St. Joe's.
St. Joe's, and Nova.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
6.
yeah.
So there's 6. I don't know. What's how many kids is students is LaSalle?
I think it's about a little under 5,000 undergrad, so it's
Okay.
not huge. But
Is it comparable to like Drexel? Are they similar? I feel like
they're similar. So I got a sister who goes to Drexel, so they're
Okay.
about 10, 15 minutes away from each other, but similar size in the schools.
where is
little-
LaSalle in the city?
Yeah, where is it in the city? I was about to say.
It's more like is it like more like east or west Philly? Drexel's more like
Drexel's more center city, so it's about
Yep.
I'd say it's like 15 minutes off of that, not directly towards St. Joe's, but kind of along that path, a little outside of center city, not quite there.
okay. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I'm looking at this map right here.
Yeah, like I saw Penn and Drexel's campus, so like they're kind of close to each other.
Yeah, they're right across the
So-
street. They overlap.
Yeah. So, but I didn't go to the part I guess where LaSalle is and all that.
Yeah, that's definitely further from them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So is the campus definitely like city oriented though?
Yeah, it's like kind of city oriented, but also like a little like town vibes too. Not like a ton over there. There's like a few things, but then like easy transportation in and out of the city.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Do you like the city feel?
yeah, I think it'll be cool. It's definitely gonna be something to get used to. Like it won't be Westchester, Pennsylvania, but I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be a good
I
opportunity.
feel like that I was like my college church. I'm like, do I really want to go to the city? Like I feel like Philly seems like it'd be claustrophobic and whatever. But then after honestly like walking around the campuses and stuff like that, like different campuses, I'm like, I feel like I could definitely just get used to it. Like it really
Right.
wouldn't bother me.
I grew up like 100% a city kid. Like since I was like 2 or 3. Like I've always loved Philly.
Yeah.
But like the last few years, I've honestly kind of like just like faded away from that a little bit. The city definitely isn't as attracting to me. Like I can appreciate it. Like the suburbs is obviously it's like why like we're here. Our parents are here
Right.
for a reason. It's like yeah, you get a little bit of both. But yeah, the city. I don't know. I think like the northeastern cities. I was talking about this with someone. It's just like I feel like to an extent they're all like very similar, and I
Yeah.
feel like they have their good parts. They have their bad parts. It's like there's like I don't. It's like I don't know. There's always gonna be like the homeless people and the trashy parts and
Yep.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. But it's like I don't know.
I don't think I've ever been to Boston. It's a random shout, but
I was just gonna say
Yeah,
out
I've
of
never
all
been
the
to Boston.
out of all the northeastern cities I've been to, I'd say Boston is the nicest.
Yeah.
And like Boston probably has its parts too. But where I was at, and I was at in the summer, like it was gorgeous, like right near the water up there, and
Right.
it was a really nice city from what I saw. But
you know it's bad? Baltimore, dude. There's so much homeless
Baltimore
people.
They
has
do have
been
a lot,
horrible.
yeah,
and the
it's
crime there is like
It's
ridiculous.
It's not good.
Like I went to Baltimore. I just stayed like right along the bay there because like I mean if you're going to Baltimore that's the only
The
place
only
you want
place
to
you
go.
go is like the Cheesecake Factory and the aquarium.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah,
The
that-
aquarium.
Yep,
something
it's
that-
it's fire.
It's
That's
that
it.
full area. They have like the bay where it's like kind of like this, and then it's like the water, but then it's like that water line.
Yeah,
it's like the
yep.
aquariums here. There's like ships here, and then like
Yep.
there's like the Ripley's.
Yeah,
Believe it or
Yeah.
not,
Hard
it's
Rock
like
Cafe there.
yeah,
too.
yeah. It's like that's literally the only spot you go. It's like
Yeah.
I think I went there and like did like a long weekend there or something.
And even then, there's like homeless people in that area too.
yeah,
I feel like everybody cross paths with the city at some point in their life. Like you feel like a lot of people get out of school and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna go work in the city at some
Yeah.
point. Like you cross paths at some point.
I mean it's an epicenter for everything, to an
Right,
extent,
yeah.
like the local economy. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like-
that was another thing. Like that was the job connections kind of coming out right in the city. I want to major in like kind of like the business
Okay.
side of it, like maybe
Yeah.
even the sports business side of it. And Philadelphia, New York, those bigger cities are kind of a good starting point for that.
yeah,
sure.
without a doubt. And the Yankees gonna do anything this year, Kyle?
Just straight up asking me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a
makes me
Yankees fan, by the way, because I'm a New York sports fan. Born in New York and whatever. So, no, but yeah, dude, I mean, we're first in the AL right now, I think.
Because
And we've been good the past like 20 games actually. We had our kind of the same thing as you guys, where we were bad in the summer. Like June, we were the worst team in baseball. I think it was June or July, and we were so bad. But now we're finally picking back up. Our pitchers are calming down because they're struggling. But now they're calming down. Our guys are healthy again, and
There you go.
we're hitting and Judge MVP. So
Special.
yeah, he's good. So
yeah, we'll see.
it'd be pretty sick. Phillies Yankees World Series. I mean, that's not that that's gonna happen, but that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be insane.
That would be wild.
Yeah.
When's the last time that happened? What? 09?
2009. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they play then? Okay.
Yeah.
And speaking of the local economy, or like just whatever we mentioned 2 minutes ago, the
Food economic state of the world.
yeah.
What are you talking about?
No, and speaking of that, my dad mentioned this to me yesterday, and I found it interesting. So, like, 3 Mile Island, like out in Harrisburg, with like
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
nuclear accident.
the infamous nuclear meltdown and all that. But like obviously it continued like we've still been using 3 Mile Island for after that. Obviously, it's not like it closed after that.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I think 3 Mile Island officially closed like a year or two ago, if that, or it was like in the process of closing right now. But Microsoft, as of yesterday, bought 3 Mile Island to power their AI, like their AI network. That's like huge.
That's
like
crazy. That's crazy.
That's the type of like thing that our infrastructure is gonna have to like work on. Like the amount of energy it takes to power all these computers is insane.
What are we empowering AI? I never thought of it like that.
Because AI takes so much electricity to run.
Really?
Yes, this has been like the whole argument with AI, electric cars. Everything.
I didn't even know that actually.
AI is crazy.
Yeah.
AI can do so much, dude.
So much.
Can help me graduate without learning a thing. No, I'm just kidding.
It's true.
But I actually don't think I've ever used AI in school. Well,
It's tough now. They don't even let you. Do you guys have the new like phone policy at East?
yeah, we got that. I think it's a
locked
district-wide.
down on that.
Locked. You can't do anything.
I mean,
I don't really mind it, honestly.
No,
it's
for
not
me,
terrible.
I don't
It's
care.
honestly nice.
I
I'm
don't
sure
ca-
teachers are chill about it, where they'll be like, they'll just ask you to put it away. Like,
Honestly,
they're not gonna like yell at you. Or whatever.
For me, it's literally the same as last year. Like, it's just like, all right, if I want to check my phone, I'm just gonna wait till the end of class. Not
Yeah.
that like the only place I really used my phone in school is like during my study halls and lunch, like for music. Well, the only thing is listening to music while I work. Like,
Right.
I gotta talk, like that. Like, genuinely helps me like focus. Like, I might like talk to my English teacher, be like, hey, like I genuinely like really helps me focus if I listen to like music, like while I'm just like writing. That's the only thing that I don't like about it. But like
Yeah.
overall, it's like I only use my phone during study halls and lunch, and they let us do that. It's just
Yeah.
not during classes, so I have no issue with it.
Definitely less of a distraction not having it during classes, which is
Yeah.
honestly good in the long run.
I feel like it forces people to interact a little more too. Like,
Yeah.
People are less like addicted to their phones.
For sure.
Seen some sneaky people sneaking in some AirPods.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, yeah,
Might
the
have to-
classic.
I'm gonna
the
actually
good
police that. I'm gonna be that kid.
Be that guy. Be that guy. Call him out.
Yeah, can you take that out from me?
Take that AirPod out. I can't focus.
Or just say it really loud. Like, what are you listening to? And the
but-
teacher's like,
yeah,
right
be that guy. What are you listening to over there? No, but yeah, yeah, I don't hate it. We'll see.
yeah.
The future is an interesting. The future of education is very interesting. Let's say the least. That's another thing. Speaking about COVID and life changing after that. I mean, everything after that changed. Like for school, just
Like
in
it
general.
Got better though. It's like more versatile.
What?
Like school in general. Like I don't know. Maybe that sounds weird.
I wonder how different it would be if COVID didn't happen. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
would it be on a completely different path right now?
I think it's the phones and the like technology.
The technology
in general.
part, right?
Because after COVID, it's just like, all right, now I'm at home and there's this thing called Google next to me that can answer these questions for me.
Exactly.
And I think everyone was a little guilty of doing that once or twice.
Yeah.
My math test grades might have been a little too good.
Yeah.
Good old photo math would have.
No.
The good old the first time I heard of photo math, I think I was like I was behind on the photo math train. It was like 7th grade, and my teacher's like, "Yeah, I know you guys are using photo math." I was like, "What's photo math?" I was like, my life changed after that.
It's the easiest thing ever. You just take a picture and it's done.
I showed it to my dad for the first time last year. He was like, I feel like he was amazed, but he was also just like disappointed in humanity.
It's like, wow.
Yeah. Speaking of senior class, I want to mention this quick because we mentioned it off camera. So like me and Kyle were talking like East this year, like as seniors, I feel like we haven't lived up to the like again, it's not even October yet. We're not even like that in the school year, but it's like we haven't embraced being seniors yet. Like, because I feel like the class of 25, low-key, like we miss our seniors from last year. I feel like we had like at East we had like a very tight connection with the outgoing senior class.
I would agree for whatever reason.
For whatever reason.
I don't think so the 24 class we were tight with, but I don't think the 24s were that close to the 23s. And I feel like the 24s like were comfortable being seniors. We were chill with just being cool
juniors.
Seniors. Yeah, like, I don't like it was just kind of the way it was. But you said like for Rustin it was kind of different. You were ready for the seniors to just.
I feel like our 25 class. I feel like everybody's so tight. Like, I mean, it might be because like our whole friend group is playing on the football team, and it's just like everybody's real bonded and knows each other really well in the 25 class, and we bond well with the 26s as well. So it's kind of like, I guess it's kind of the opposite of you guys, like where you were when you guys were juniors. But like I hope it keeps this way like the whole year. I know like football season, the fall is kind of like the fun part of the year.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Like from now to Christmas, like to the New Year, it's like it's such a blast.
It's great. I hope it doesn't die off after that. But you always go through that like January, February, and it's like, all right, this is
January, February is just like you just gotta lock in and
Such a good thing is I got early dismissal this year, and I'll actually be able to take advantage of that because like, football, it's like early dismissal is kind of useless.
You're coming back anyway.
I'm coming back and like
I saw you coming back though. I forget. I think I was like messing with you or something. Because I saw you like I was leaving school. And I saw you come back. I was like, what is this kid doing? And then I put it together. But yeah, January, February. Hey, I hope we get some snow this year.
Right, that makes it a little bit better because it changes.
We don't have to worry about it either. Like get as many snow days as possible. It doesn't add to our total.
Right? Yeah, we're good.
Oh really?
Yeah, it doesn't. Because like, we're done when we're done. And it only adds
yeah,
like
dude, 20
days.
snow days. Hit us
right?
with it.
Yeah, let it go.
Yeah.
I wanted some snow because I haven't played some snow football in a long time.
We got some snow last year though. And
we did, but it's not like it's got to be some like good amount of padding. That way you can like literally like hit each other and it doesn't like hurt.
It doesn't
hit
hurt.
the ground.
It definitely got cold enough last year too. Like I remember, like I got to skate on the pond a bit. It was sick.
Did you really? That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
yeah.
100%.
It's
I'm still waiting.
It's become a tradition for us. I feel like past few years.
2018 when Marsh Creek froze, that was insane. I don't know if that was like it was like 0 or like 13. It was like 13 degrees for like the entire Christmas break in like 2018.
It hasn't been that cold in a long time.
Yeah, so like Marsh
like
Creek hasn't it froze over. That was really cool. But are you like a skier or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm a skier. I like to ski. You know, I feel like we got some good slopes around here, but it's definitely better when we get that natural snow. Coming down.
Have you skied out west at all?
I've skied in Colorado.
Okay.
I guess good while back now, like probably 4 or 5 years.
That's sick.
And then up in the Poconos and around Pennsylvania, but nowhere else.
I'd love to get out. Like my dad wants to get us out to Colorado because he's a big skier and he's been out to Colorado like tons of times on ski trips. Like it's been a while now, but like he used to go out there a lot. He always talks about it.
Yeah, it's so like the slope you go down here, you're down in like 5 minutes, and you're out there, and it's like you're on a slope
you're
for
just
like
like out
20
in the middle
minutes.
like nowhere.
Yeah,
like,
it's so cool. It's like, and you can ski in like a sweatshirt because like it'll be like 80 degrees at the bottom, and you get to the top of the mountain, or it'll be like pretty warm at the bottom of the mountain, and you'll still have snow at the top of the mountain because it's so high up. And it's I think I was skiing in like a long sleeve shirt, and it was crazy.
The crazy stuff is like when you see like, I don't know if you've seen the ones where you can like, I don't know if it's like run by a company or you can like get in a helicopter and they take you up and then you ski down. That's cool. Like there's mountains where you can do that at because they like don't build lifts obviously, but
right.
It's wild.
It's wild.
Yeah, ski season. Pumpkin spice latte season coming up this fall. I had a pumpkin spice latte Saturday morning.
Nuh-uh. Do you like it?
Anything. This is a plug. Sponsor us. Whatever. Twin Valley Coffee in Westchester. I think there's like 2 locations. But Twin Valley Coffee, like we go there every Saturday morning after the run. It is so good, bro. Like I'm not a coffee guy at all. Like I'm not. It's like that's the only time I drink coffee. Dude. But like. It was an iced pumpkin spice latte, not like a warm one. I don't like warm coffee.
Someone needs to put me on, dude. I've tried like probably 5 or 6 different kinds of coffee, like completely different. I haven't liked any of them. So it's all too bitter for me.
Nah, you gotta get Twin Valley. Chase Gallier was like, yeah, that stuff's like cocaine, dude. I gotta get it every single day.
You a coffee drinker, David?
No, I'm not a huge coffee drinker. Here and there, like yeah.
No, that's really how that's how I've been. Like I literally only have it. I've only had it like once a week when I go to this run thing. Because like it's more of like a community thing. Like because we all go there together. After it's like I'm not gonna just be like I'll get coffee. I don't care. Like I'm not gonna be the weird guy that's like I'll be out. Like I'm not gonna drink coffee right now. But whatever.
You know, don't get is the people who like go to school every day with like a monster or something
dude.
like that. I don't know how you do that.
They got those huge Dunkin' iced coffees, and I'm like, wow, you're spending a bag on coffee.
Yeah, coffee's expensive. I think it's a waste of money. I mean, again, if you're with people and you're doing it like once a week, my pockets I guess are deep enough where I can buy myself a coffee once a week. What was I gonna say? Oh, dude, here's what I don't get with the huge coffee in the morning: the bathroom. Not to get. But like the bathroom situation with coffee is an issue, and that's an issue for like a lot of people. Like do you guys feel what I'm talking about here?
I don't drink coffee, so I can't.
I don't drink coffee.
But it's like I don't know what's in coffee. Like this is like a normal thing. This isn't just me.
Bowel
like
issues.
Whatever coffee does, I don't know. Like if I drink coffee in school and had it, like I would have to use the school bathroom. And that would be
bad,
dangerous
dude.
Game.
That's that
You'll end up on like poopy shoes or whatever they call it.
Oh my gosh, bro,
I don't know if you guys ever had that, but like
did you guys have that at Ruston?
It was like a phase at East where like they would just take pictures of people's shoes and post them on Instagram as one page.
I've never seen that at Ruston before.
Actually, dude, it sucked because I mean, you're like if you ever had it, if you were that down bad.
Next topic.
Yeah, if you were that down bad to poop in school and then you end up on Instagram, that sucks.
Poor kid.
Yeah, and it's like if you wore like you had I think everyone was like wearing like the same. It's like everyone wear white Air Force Ones, so you're not separating yourself. It's that bad. But all right, what the heck are we even talking about anymore?
I don't even know, dude.
All right, I feel like it's a great place. That is it a great place? I feel like it's a place to wrap up the pod. But David, best of luck. So what do you got D West this week? So. Best of luck. I'll say as an East kid, best of luck to your team. I'm happy to see other WCASD teams doing well. All right, whatever.
Absolutely.
It's good for the community. So I guess we can all agree that we don't like Lundy. Can I say it on this pod, Lundy?
Lundy.
But yeah, best of luck, David. And congrats on the commitment to LaSalle. So
I appreciate it, man. Yeah,
thanks for coming.
You. Thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
100%. Motive Podcast out. See you next week.